Hello guys, this is Adriana Gorrin and welcome to my channel. Hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. Don't forget to subscribe and smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. And you can also go and follow me on my Instagram. In today's video I will explain if Wells Fargo is a good buy or not, the news that are going around this stock, their financials, and I will also show part of my portfolio at the end of the video. First, it's important to know that banks always get hurt from lower interest rates, since that means less money for them. And the Fed has already lowered the interest rates 3 times in 2019. Also, in my opinion, nowadays the financial sector has a very good valuation in comparison with other sectors. And that can also be because since 2008, banks generated a kind of distrust which has always made their valuation to stay below other sectors such as technology sector, and has always made the financial industry to be more regulated in order to prevent going through what happened in 2008 again. And yes, I know, a lot of you may be thinking, oh wait, but Berkshire Hathaway or Warren Buffett sold a part of his Wells Fargo position, so why would I buy this stock? And yes, he did that, but it wasn't because he doesn't trust anymore in the bank or that he's seeing something that we don't. He did it because Wells Fargo got approved on June of last year, 2019, for buybacks of $23 billion. So what they're doing is that as the name says, is they're buying back their stocks. And this is making Berkshire Hathaway own more than the 10% of the bank. And that would make Berkshire a bank holding company. And as Warren Buffett said,
you can't go over 10% of the shares of a bank without becoming a bank holding company. We don't want to be a bank holding company.
So basically he's not saying that it's a bad stock or a bad business. He even insisted that he has a lot of faith still in Wells Fargo. Also, would like to mention that when a company buys back their own shares, often have a good chance of doing well in the future. And also over time, the smaller number of shares available on the market, that means that it allows the company to raise their dividend per share. First, let me explain some bad news that have been going around this stock lately, because obviously not everything is beautiful. Wells Fargo engaged in a widespread fraud that they opened millions of fee-paying accounts without customers' consent. This scandal came out on September 2016, but that made Wells Fargo have an asset cap. Wells Fargo remains under restriction with the Federal Reserve, and the bank was given a mandate not to grow its asset until the bank is able to resolve its internal governance issues. It replaced multiple board members, has gone through a long and painful CEO transition, and is more or less capped at maintaining a balance sheet at $1.95 trillion until the Federal Reserve clears its operation. Until it can grow its assets again, and with a cloud still over its investment and management functions, it is just difficult to see how Wells Fargo can grow its earnings and revenue very much. Meaning that yes, because of the asset cap that they have, Wells Fargo will not be able to grow its earnings and revenue very much in the short term. But when they solve this problem and the Fed decides to clear them from this asset cap, I want to be around when that happens. And as Warren Buffett said,
it's a great bank that made a terrible mistake.
And you may be asking, but why would I buy this stock if they can't grow right now? Isn't it better to wait and see what happens? Well, that might be true, but you never know what is going to happen and when. So the good thing about owning this stock while that gets solved is that they have a high dividend yield, which I'm going to talk after in the video, and you will receiving this dividend yield while you wait. Now let's talk about the new CEO, Charles Schwab. He came to Wells Fargo with a big financial industry connection since he was the CEO of New York Mellon and Visa. He was an unconditional figure in transforming Visa from a traditional payment company to a digital payment platform for the e-commerce age. Obviously, a lot of analysts have already questioned how long it would take him to master a bank such as Wells Fargo with 200,000 employees and operations across the country, while trying to solve the problem that they have and facing a big competition in Silicon Valley. And it's funny because while I was recording this video, I got a notification from the Wall Street Journal saying that Wells Fargo plans to split its 3 business units into 5. will be split into a commercial bank that provides back-end services to companies and will be separated from the investment banking that focuses only on capital markets. Also, the lender will split its customer bank. One unit will be focusing on branches and small businesses, and another unit will be focusing on consumer lending. This is the first major structural change under Mr. Schwab, an outsider brought to run the bank in October. He has prioritized appeasing regulators and repairing the bank's reputation, which was solid after the company in 2016 revealed that the branch employees had opened perhaps millions of accounts without customers' consent. And after doing this, Mr. Schwab said, "I'm confident that this organizational model and our strengthened risk and control foundation will bring greater focus and accountability to the company." Now let me explain their financials. As you may know, their earnings the last quarter was the lowest one in the year. And in my opinion, I'm not worried about that because as you may see, they had $1.9 billion in operating losses, including $1.5 billion charged during the quarter for legal costs associated with the scandals, helping drag down financial results, which were also hurt by low interest rates. And I'm saying I'm not worried about this because in my opinion it's actually good that this already happened, because what I think is that the new CEO wanted to pay everything in relation to the scandal of 2016 to start solving this big issue. Wells Fargo has already paid billions of dollars in fines and settlements. So if we actually would add up the earnings that they had of $2.9 billion plus what they had to pay because of the scandal of $1.5 billion, it would have been something like $4.4 billion. Wells Fargo offers a dividend yield of 4.25% with a payout ratio of 49.62%. Right now it's under 50%, so it's really healthy, which in my opinion will start going down when earnings stabilizes. And also remember, I said before, because of the buybacks program that they have, they will be able to increase their dividend yield. Wells Fargo has been increasing its dividend yield for 8 years already, and as you can see here, they never stopped paying dividends and only lowered it after the financial crisis. Their revenue have been decreasing since the scandal, but we can see that it's starting to go up again, even though the analysts expect that for this year 2020 the revenue will drop 6.40% to $79.61 billion. And then will be up for 2021 for 1.6% with $80.84 billion in revenue. Their EPS or earnings per share is being increasing year over year, even though analysts are expecting to drop for 2020 and then resume its growing trend for 2021. Wells Fargo right now has a PE of 11.87 and a forward PE of 10.50 in comparison with other bigger banks such as JP Morgan, ticker symbol JPM, with a PE of 12.91 and a forward PE of 11.98, or Bank of America, ticker symbol BAC, with a PE of 12.69 and a forward PE of 10.61. Wells Fargo has a market cap of $203.35 billion, leaving it as a fourth largest bank here in the US, even though they've been having all these problems since 2016. In my opinion, it's a very good stock to start buying because it's offering a very good dividend yield and because of its valuation right now. I've been buying these stocks since January. As you can see here in my portfolio, I started buying this stock on January 15 when it was at 48.06, and that takes me to an average cost of 47.80. Well guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you like it. That was all for today. Don't forget to subscribe and smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. You can also go and follow me on my Instagram and share this video with your family and friends. Thank you and see you next time.